Give us a bit of room, will you?
Can you just say hello and who you are?
Hi. My name's Dwayne, and I'm one half
And I'm Susie, and I am the better half of
the Not Your Average Pirates. As you can see, this is going to be just...
We're just shooting the shit right now.
Yes.
Welcome to our first full YouTube video. So just a quick rundown of where we're at.
Well, before that, what... Not Your Average Pirates, what's the whole vibe?
No, this is not an interview.
No, what's the vibe? What's this whole... Before we set off on this journey, why did we set off on this journey?
Because we got sick of living in Australia. That's where we're from. Well, we're both Kiwis, but we've been living in Australia for a long time. We decided about 12 weeks ago to run away, leave it all behind. So we up sticks and we have moved to Vietnam, which is a country that neither of us have ever been before.
That's it. And just for perspective, right, some people will think we're absolutely mental, crazy, because like we lived in a nice apartment, 31st floor, overlooking the water on the Gold Coast. Now, for a lot of people, that is just paradise. It's the dream. It's, you know, from people who live in Sydney or Melbourne or other parts of the world, you know, oh, you live on the Gold Coast. You just are living the dream.
Well, yes, but we were paying to live the dream.
Oh, yeah.
One second.
That's gone.
First video, we have some technical difficulties, but it's okay. We can cut that out.
One of many. No, I'll leave it in.
So we lived on the Gold Coast. I was working full time, and you know, I was working to afford to live, essentially, and it's exhausting to do that, to be honest. Our rent was just a little under $900 a week. We had my 2 kids living with us as well, just to cut costs, and plus they were struggling to find a rental property that was in their budget. And yeah, we just kind of felt like, you know, we're in our midlife now, and we just sort of realized that not so much that time is running out, but we don't have, you know, we're not 20 anymore, clearly, and
speak for yourself.
We just didn't want to get to the point where we're at the end of our lives and we can't do these things anymore. So we wanted to do it while we still can.
100%.
So yeah, as I said, it was a very quick decision. We had a fuck it moment, and that, as I said, I think that was about 12 weeks ago, and I booked the flights that day. Dwayne had been researching Vietnam, so it wasn't like...
Oh, well, we've been researching a heap of different places. You know, they're Eastern, like places in Europe. Sue was eligible by descent for UK visa. She loves Scotland. In fact, the 12 weeks ago, there's a story behind that, because it wasn't really 12 weeks. We didn't have 12 weeks to prepare. We've been here, 2 weeks now, so that's 10 weeks. But that wasn't the full story. There's a different story in there.
So 3 weeks after we made the decision and I booked the flights, I went to the UK for 3 weeks. So that took a big chunk of prep time away.
And money.
Because that was obviously already booked and paid for, and I wasn't giving up that. But yeah, so for the 3 weeks prior to that, I was kind of focused on that trip, and then I was away for 3 weeks. So when I got back, I had 3 weeks to sort my shit out, essentially.
Yeah, that's right. Sort your shit out. AKA get rid of all the crap that she'd accumulated over years and years.
I am now challenging myself to
Unbelievable.
be minimalist. We came with 2 medium-sized suitcases, so not even a big suitcase, so about 85 to 90 litres each, plus a carry-on.
I mean, for me, that's all I had in clothes anyway, so it didn't matter to me. I didn't have to throw away much at all. But here, different story.
I did have to get rid of quite a lot of stuff, but it's quite a freeing exercise. So I don't sort of have stuff to worry about anymore, so that's good. But anyway, we flew into Ho Chi Minh City, spent a couple of days there. Then we flew up to Da Nang, which is central Vietnam on the coast. We spent, I think, 2 nights there, and then we've come down and we're now in Hoi An. We've been here about a week and a half, and we're staying in a hotel room. It's just a cute little sort
studio type thing.
Place.
Got a bit of a spa bath.
It's nice, and the room is a decent size. So,
but most importantly, it's got air conditioning, because we left the Gold Coast and it was got to single figures during the night, like 9-10 degrees. But today it's a low of 28, I think, and a high of 37. So where we are.
We just went out for coffee, and the place that we like to go to is just about
800 metres away.
Yeah, a 5 to 7 minute walk. And it's 35 degrees out there. But it feels like
40. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's very, very hot. And when the sun comes out, it's just relentless. So yeah, something we're trying not to spend a lot of time outside. And so what they tend to do here is they get up really early in the morning, they do all their stuff, and then at about 11:30 they all just go indoors. They stop work, things close, and then they go back about 2:30.
Yeah.
And then everything happens after 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
The streets are insane at night. Even here in Hoi An's just kind of a small place, but
if you go to the old town after 5, it's like, think of Times Square New Year's Eve. That's what it's like.
It's full of tourists
every night. Every night, it's just mental, the amount of people that squeeze into such a short space. But yeah, it's quite interesting. You're not used to it as a a Westerner. We work all day or whatever it is, but here, at 11:30 the banks close. Right, close at 11:30. They come back at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But yeah, most the pharmacies, they're open till 11:30 at night. Right, and
So this for us today, we just kind of want to give you some thoughts, I guess, that we've been having, the adjustments we are trying to make to kind of. We're still going out in the middle of the day, which is ridiculous because it's so hot. But yeah, we need to get out of that habit real quick because I'm struggling with that.
She's struggling. I don't mind it that much. It doesn't really, because it's hot all the time, right? You get up in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, it's 30, 32 degrees. That's just the way it is, right? Yeah. So you're going to get hit with heat no matter when you go out. So, she just needs to toughen up, really. That's what she needs to do.
It's not going to happen. So the other thing is just,
why did we do it?
We did
it
because, I want to travel around and see the world. I had my kids when I was very young, so I didn't get to travel when I was young. and I wanted to do it now while we still can, while we're still able-bodied enough, I guess is the word, to be able to enjoy it. You know, we've certainly seen people on, you know, in the couple of trips that I've done over the past couple of months, who are a lot older, and they're struggling, right? They're struggling to haul their suitcases around and, you know, do all these things. And I can see why bus tours and coach tours are so popular with them, because they don't have to deal with trying to navigate their way through. They've got someone there helping them all the time. So we don't have that at the moment, and it's interesting, but it's definitely a way I'd rather do it. I don't want to be on a bus and missing things. I would rather be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. But the other reason we wanted to do this now is also just cost, right? It's cheaper for us to come here and live a really good life than it is to stay in Australia and struggle, you know, to live a mediocre life and not be able to do the things that we wanted to do. You know, like here we're not cooking, we're getting takeaway.
We don't have anywhere to cook.
No, so. which is an issue, but we get food delivered to us every night, and it's crazy how cheap it is. So cheap. And I'm not talking you know, burgers and chips, although I did have that last night, but it's good, you know, Vietnamese food, and it's, you know, it's costing us what, $15, and that's expensive, right?
Yeah, well, if you eat Western style food, you pay more, right? But if you eat Vietnamese food or drink Vietnamese coffee, which is amazing, right?
If you are a coffee person,
cheap.
You really need to come to Vietnam.
It's great. So good. And juices, so good. Oh my God.
Dwayne is obsessed with pineapple juice, and I am obsessed with passion fruit juice. That describes us as people, I feel.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we are looking for a place to stay a little bit longer term. We are going to be here till at least the end of November, maybe longer. We haven't sort of really decided yet. We do have
to do our visa run in October, which is because we've got a 90-day visa. So you have to leave the country, get a new visa, come back in, but learning some tips and tricks around that. You know, you can stack visas, so it's a lot easier, simpler, smoother to go out of the country, come back. But for us, we're looking at maybe staying somewhere for a few days, or, you know, somewhere like, say, we're kind of flipping a coin at the moment. Just
it's a toss-up between Bangkok and Kuala Lumpur. Both places are fairly close. And, yeah, we're just going to decide that a little bit closer to when we have to go. But for now, our sort of thing is we're trying to find a place to live, and we are having some issues with that, mainly because we set ourselves a budget, and old mate here's got a very luxury taste, and the budget is not a luxury budget. So we're just trying to find something that suits us, that's in a place that we want to be in.
The budget fits. It just depends on where.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to go right next to the beach, you'll pay more. Like, that's just how it is anywhere in the world, right? Like, there was a guy, he wanted to rent out as a business. He had, it's about 45 minutes drive from where we are now, but it's literally like beach edge, right? You literally walk out the front door of your place onto the sand, right? So think of anywhere else in the world. Think of Miami, think of Mexico, think of the Gold Coast, right? If you had, and this was for 2 houses on the sand, just beautiful beach, it was $2,000 US a month for 2 houses, right? You go anywhere in the world, you go to Miami and you'd be paying $20,000 a week for a house in that kind of, position right on the sand of the Gold Coast. You'd pay 10 million to buy a house like that, maybe more, and it's 2 houses, right? So, people we hear the expats over here complaining that the prices of real estate or rentals has jumped, and it definitely has, and they're complaining, but it's our fault, right? Because we're the ones that are on social media saying how cheap it is over here. And it's just the natural progression. Go anywhere in the world, the last 5 years, you won't find anywhere in the world where the price of anything has gone down, right? It's gone up. But it's just the accommodation, certain areas. If you go away from those areas, like into, say, residential areas, we looked at a brand new palatial place.
Well, you can see the
video of it. And what did it work out to? It was like
$1,300 a month.
Yeah, Australian. Yeah, so we're talking about like $400 a week, and it was a palatial 3-bedroom place. It hadn't been lived in. Everything was brand new, fully furnished, marble this, marble that, chandeliers. It was crazy. You just don't pay that. We looked at another one, or we hadn't looked at it, but we saw another one, which was 2 4-bedroom houses separated by a pool in the middle. And that was, $438 a week for the both, right? So, prices have gone up, but in comparison to anywhere else in the world, it's still bloody cheap.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And for us, it's just, as I said, it's just a matter of finding something that
meets our tastes.
Yeah, meets our expectations and requirements.
Plus, there's nuances here and there because you are on a tourist visa. A lot of them 3 months up front or whatever. But you can definitely negotiate, and you'll get better deals. Like we've looked at a few and negotiated it down a bit. But yeah, nothing to this day. But we've only really been looking for, a week and a bit.
Yeah, and I'm already over it.
Yeah, but you get that.
We'll find something. The other thing that I'm looking at while we're here is making this a bit of a glow up time for myself, only because things here are very, very cheap. I went off,
but she won't go into that on this video because this is a short video.
I went off to the day spa last week or a few days ago, and I spent 3 hours there, and I got a 60-minute massage. I got a facial, I got a head spa, and I got a pedicure with gel colour on my nails, and that came out to $70. So that was real cheap. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was, just really quickly, was along that line, I've had some issues with my right shoulder for a few months now. It got really bad after I came back from the UK. I'm not sure what happened then, but I've been in quite a lot of pain. So this morning I went to a physio here in Hoi An, who was recommended to me by a local.
Here's the key. Ask the locals, right? For things like I was paying, we at our local where we're going for coffee, and I just said, you don't happen to know where a good massage therapist is? My partner's got this shoulder issue, and she came back with an address and contact details for this physiotherapist.
Yeah, so I messaged him. I had an appointment at 7:30 this morning, and so I took myself off there. I was there for like an hour and 15 minutes, and he is great.
He's Vietnamese.
He was
keeping going.
Just having a feel around the shoulder, and he's like, many problem, which is true. So he asked if I would be able to come back every day for the next couple of weeks. And then he said once he's just to release everything around here, and then once he's fixed that, he'll then start on my neck, which is also an issue. But
if you went to a physio, anyone been to a physio in Australia or Western country, how much would you pay?
Oh, look, it's been so long, but yeah, you'd be at least $100.
You're like, I don't waste
Probably
my time
more.
because I know what they're going to do, so I just do it myself. So, you know, and I've experienced at it. But how much was this physio?
It cost me $15.
That's just mental. It's so cheap.
And so when he said, "Can you come back every day for 2 weeks?"
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
that's fine.
"Of course I can."
Yeah, $15 Australian. Okay,
So, because
$15 Australian.
my thoughts are, I might as well do it here while I can. He was great. He did so much to it. So I'm not going to see him tomorrow because tomorrow's Sunday, and they tend to. The Vietnamese work 6 days a week, but they have Sundays off. But I'll be back there on Monday morning. So I'm quite looking forward to getting this all fixed, actually. But yeah, for $15 a pop, I'd be crazy not to get it fixed up. And the other thing that I want to do while we're here is have a look at getting my teeth all fixed up, because I also have issues with them.
Yeah, as well as everything else. But she'll cover that in future videos.
There's a lot I would like to do.
Yeah, she's found the money tree by the sound of it. Anyway, and saying, I just want to put the costs thing into perspective, because we're saying it's super cheap, but the reality is we're not actually getting or going out to places that are super cheap from a Vietnamese perspective, right? Sue went and got all that got the massage and the facial and all that done. That's at Ambang Beach, which is a tourist area. It's owned by a Kiwi, and so by Vietnamese standards, $70. She's paying like tourist surcharge on top of that, right? And that's the same with when we are eating out or whatever. We're going to places that are tourist spots, basically, and so we're paying tourist prices, and it's still cheap by our standards. Where if we ate like the locals and drank like the locals, and like one of the tips that we've been told is you look for, like at the street vendors or whatever, you look for places where the Vietnamese are going and buying or buying their food or whatever, and then go there.
Yeah, where they're busy, because then you've got constant turnover of, because they've got meat and stuff and it's out in the heat, so you really don't want something that's been sitting there for a couple of hours. You want a high turnover, and there are tons.
Oh, every man and his dog has a business here, and when we lived on the Gold Coast, we would come out of our apartment and you'd be, first thing you'd see is a homeless person lying on the street begging for money, right? And you'd see 4 or 5 of them in a average walk to the shops or whatever.
And we live just across the road.
And we live across the road from the shops, right? But here, like every house, they have something that they're selling out the front. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be massages, it could be laundry, it could be, a banh mi stand or a food stand, or it could be drinks, it could be chips, it could be whatever. But everyone has a business. Like there's a thing that cracks me up. Whenever I go out in the afternoon, across the road there's a park. And there's a woman, and she just, like on the sidewalk, she just brings her stuff and sets it up on the sidewalk, right? This takes over the whole sidewalk, and she sets up business.
And that's I'm like, quite normal here.
Yeah, everyone has a business of some sort.
They're selling stuff on the side of the street.
Yeah. They're hustling. It's just, none of them are sitting there asking for a handout. They're all hustling something, and all power to them. Like Sue said, I don't mind that they come up and they're like, oh yeah, buy this, buy this, buy this. Man, they only get paid like $200, $400 a month. They don't make a lot of money. So all power to the hustle. It's just,
we went to
have a go.
There's a place a couple of minutes walk away from us. It's a co-working place. It's a cafe, and then you can. They've got an air-conditioned room on the 3rd floor where you can go up and work, and it costs 10,000 dong for the day to go and use that. Air conditioning room and their power and their Wi-Fi, which is Great Wi-Fi. It's much better than we've got here.
Oh, look, you don't have to pay if you don't want to. You can just sit in the un-air conditioned part and just like log on to the Wi-Fi and stuff.
But what is 10,000 dong
Oh, shit, what? 60 cents maybe? 59 cents?
for the day?
For the day.
The whole day. You just have to buy one drink
Yeah.
and pay 10,000 dong.
Yeah.
So for the day, you're probably, it's going to cost you $3 to work there. And then if you want to buy more drinks or food, you can. But yeah, and that's literally, a couple of minutes walk away from us. I was thinking about something else before and I've forgotten now.
No, I don't know what you were thinking about.
When we were talking about the spas, the day spas, I was asking about some other things that they do there. So they do acrylic nails. So for a full set of acrylic nails, it equates to about 35 Australian dollars.
You know what?
Just to, compare that, the last time I got a full set done for myself, it was like over $100. I can get my eyebrows tattooed, and she does lovely, lovely work for like $150. I think that's somewhere in the region in Australia about $400 to $500. So
again, perspective. Sue's going to the tourist areas to get this stuff done, right? So, I mean, that's what we're like. We've only been here a week and a half, or 2 weeks, right? So we're still acting as tourists, and probably will for another, I don't know, a month maybe.
Yeah.
But then once you start to go to the local areas and talk to the locals about what are the best places to go and get a massage or go get your nails done, or where's the best places to eat, then you get and once you get to know the locals too, you'll start to get charged the locals' prices, right? So, but again, if you're deciding if this is something for you, you want to do kind of what we're doing, and I highly recommend it because it's amazing, the experiences that you get. Because at the end of your life, and this is one thing that was powerful for me, was it's at the end of your life you won't remember any of the money or any of that. It'll be these types of things, funny little experiences you had, like seeing a scooter hauling, like a scooter, a little scooter.
Like a 50cc
Yeah, 50cc scooter, literally hauling like a truckload of stuff on the back of his scooter. I mean, that breaks all sorts of road rules and laws in any other country around the world, but here's this dude on his scooter, and he's got this mountain of crap on this attached to his bike, and he's kind of holding it up.
And doing a U-turn.
And doing a U-turn in the middle of the road.
But you'll see, like families
on a scooter.
Four mum, dad, and the 2 kids.
All on a scooter. And it's like the kids are going, typing away on their phones, not even looking what's going on. I'd like scared out of my brain.
We haven't been brave enough to get on the back of a scooter yet, and there's not a hope in hell that I will drive or ride a scooter by myself here. I might get on a bike, but
it's crazy.
There's no road rules, and yet we haven't seen any accidents.
But they all seem to, there's no road rules. There's cars going up and down one-way streets and U-turns wherever they feel like it, middle of intersections, whatever. But it just works. I mean,
when you go, here's a tip for if you ever come to Vietnam and you want to cross the road, you just need to walk out into the traffic, because they're not going to stop for you. You're on a crossing, but they're not going to stop. So you kind of have to gauge, and you walk out calmly and confidently,
and they will go around
into
you.
the traffic, and they will go around you.
But the one difficulty we've had from a communication perspective happened yesterday when phone call, and they're speaking in Vietnamese and they don't speak English. You don't speak Vietnamese and you can't understand what they're saying. So it's
not like going to, say, Thailand or the Philippines, where English is really widely spoken. It's not as common here.
I mean, even the people that do speak English, it's still only bits and pieces. I've walked in, just one person, the girl at the our restaurant that we go to,
Yeah.
she speaks pretty fluent English.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's bits and pieces, but it's you navigate around it.
Yeah.
Google Translate.
Google Translate will be your best friend. Everybody understands it because
they use it too.
They use it, right? When we went to buy SIM cards, he was just basically, "What language do you speak? You English?" It's like, yes. And he got out his iPad and we communicated that way.
Because that was a big thing that was really playing on the inability to communicate. When we first arrived,
it was hard for me
super stressed and anxious about it all, and
because it's more like you come to a country, like it's all the signs. They're not. It's not standard to have things in English unless they're things like a spa, in which case you can tell by the sign. But everything is in a language that is really difficult to understand, and so it's such an assault on the senses. And like for me, I've only ever travelled to places that speak English. Like I've been to America and I've been to the UK. So that was hard. I mean, I'm used to it now. And I would like to learn a couple more words. I can say hello and I can say thank you, and I know what coffee is and I know what laundry is. I can recognise a laundry.
But yeah, Google Translate, Google Lens is another good thing when trying to figure out, what's in this particular bag of whatever.
When you're at the mart and you're going, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's adjustments, but we didn't come here going, we want it to be the same, because that's not what we're here for.
What's the point? Yeah, why even leave your country if that's what you're going to do? Oh, we don't have this and you don't have this. I've seen a lot of tourists that's what they complain about. It's like, hey, this is how they live. It's not up to them to fit us. It's up to us to fit in with them, and and they've been amazing, to be honest. The people we've met, phenomenal.
Really lovely. They're very friendly. I think maybe less so in the touristy areas, more so when you're kind of like outside of it. We've got a local laundry that we found.
Because it's literally like you're walking around with a flashing sign on your head, Westerner, right? Well, because we're the only white people, until you get to the tourist area.
Until you sort of, the closer, we're staying sort of outside the tourist area. So the closer we get to the old town, the more white people we see. But other than that, they're just like looking at us like, okay. So we've found, as I said, a local laundry place. It's just like a little family business. It cost us
$1 something a kilo.
A kilo. So for 2 sort of tote bags full, it's about maybe $5 or $7, depending how much we squish in there.
Yeah. It still weighs. Doesn't matter how much you squish, it weighs.
So.
But she's a lovely woman, elder lady.
She speaks a little bit of English.
Yeah.
She asked us where we were from and everything, but now she's just like, you're back again.
Yeah, about 3 times, 4 times, something like that. But
so it's just little things
we
like
could
that.
get it cheaper if we wanted to, but
this is close.
And plus, like you said before, it's like supporting a family.
It's already so cheap for us that I'm happy to pay, and I always, if it's like 130,000, I'll just give her 150,000 because
it's only like $1 something.
It's nothing to us, but it helps them so much, and it's a small local little family business.
Yeah. Well, they all are family businesses. Like I said, you walk past every house, they've all got something that they're selling. And multiple things. We do laundry, we sell banh mi's and foods, we will wax you while you have your laundry done. It's like,
it's great.
Whatever, right?
It's great. It's very, very different from what we're used to, but we're enjoying the experience so far.
From a business person's perspective and a marketer's perspective, I love it. I think it's just the best. You see so many people in Australia and Western countries that are just relying on the government or whinging about the government for not giving them enough money or giving them as much money. It's like, but over here, none of that. It's all, let's just get to work. Let's just hustle. Let's just, we'll get out there and we'll give it our bloody darndest.
Like I say.
In the heat.
Yeah. Like any spa. Now, I mean, I could go to a day spa every day for probably
just say you're going to do that.
Year.
Do video every day, different day spa in Da Nang.
And just even here in Hoi An, right? It's insane. There's so many of them. But these places are open from 8 a.m. till like 8:30 p.m. or 11:30 p.m. or it's just crazy. And it's like during the middle of the day, I don't want to go there during the middle of the day because I know that's like their rest time now. So,
and you'll see them like in their shops or whatever, just like the barber up the road. He's got his own bed and he just lies on the bed in the shop during the middle of the day.
If you walked in there, he'd be up and cutting your hair. Just,
I seen there was because there's a limousine, like a bus limo. This dude had his hammock strung up from the side of the bus to the tree, lying there in the middle of the day having a sleep.
Yeah,
it's different.
It's different,
but
and
it works.
But it's
cool.
Not clean and sanitized and there's a lot of smells and a lot of
set
sound.
fire to their rubbish on the side of the road.
But they put their incense out in the trees so that it doesn't smell so bad, and they hose down the pathways every day, and it's
cool from my perspective.
It's lovely, and there's a lot more places in Vietnam that I want to go and see. Like I'd like to go up north once the weather calms down a little bit up there. There's some incredible places, but we are kind of waiting to do a little bit more of the touristy stuff. I've got my eldest daughter and her partner are coming over in November, so we'll probably do a few more touristy things then, and hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler as well.
It's not going to be cooler.
I'm just trying to not do everything at the moment. It's peak tourist season, so everything is insanely busy. So I'm just waiting.
I just don't think it gets any quieter. Well, maybe, but it doesn't get any colder. So I don't know what you're worrying about. Fucking whatever. It doesn't get cold.
We will see.
Anyway, that's enough for today, I think.
Yes.
So definitely follow us on the journey.
Yeah, subscribe below and
smash that subscribe button.
Hit us up if you've got any questions that you want answered, or if you want us to do a video about anything in particular, just let us know. I'm going to do some kind of walking along the street videos for you, wandering around, just so you can kind of get an idea of what just daily life here is like, not just the tourist stuff that you see everywhere.
And I'm probably going to go more on maybe opportunities that I see here. So, because one of the big things is obviously, if you're going to, like we're planning to do, which is, travel, stay in a place for, say 90 days, maybe 6 months, and then go and check somewhere else out on a perpetual kind of worldwide
slow
expedition. Slow travel, no, it's expedition, right? We are the pirates, so we're treasure hunting. Okay. Get it? Stay on brand, right? So anyway, back to that. So yeah, if you're going to do this kind of thing and you don't have a huge sum of money, then looking for ways to be able to travel and create some kind of income while you go. That's what I'm going to be kind of sharing opportunities that I see or whatever as we move around. And so stick with us for that too. So we're kind of going to give you a bit of the local and a bit of what we see could be happening as opportunities.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Time
That's
to
us.
go.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Bye for now.